Welcome to the greatest country in Europe you possibly have never heard of. The red jewel of Eastern Europe, Dark Souls IRL. The LeBron James of not having any money. Moldova. Some call it Europe's third world country, but I say Europe's third best country in the world, behind Canada. Twice. Here's why. For starters, its cultural and historical identity has been largely intertwined with their Dacian gold-digging brothers, Romania. Specifically, Moldova was part of the historical region of Moldavia, the heavy-drinking, abandon-all-hope Eastern Front, now split between Romania, Moldova and Ukraine. You know, some may say since people here mostly speak the same language and have shared the same land for centuries, why don't they unite and join the Hungarians and the Balkanoids to make a big, great Romania? Well, that was the case until the Soviet Union stole Moldova. Ironic, isn't it? And when the Soviet Union dissolved, there were talks for reunification, but then they didn't feel like it. Independent Moldova, with all your underdevelopment, GDP loss, and overall low wages. Can you smell that? Everything is quite cheap. Why go to Norway and pay like 10 euros for a beer at the bar, when you can go to Moldova and for the same price have a full course meal of incredible delicious food, buy the essentials at a local supermarket, and have a stay at the National Hotel, where you can enjoy the beautiful Chisinau view. Alone, because there are no tourists here. The whole country is yours to enjoy. Even if you see any tourists, they're probably bold and morally bankrupt passport bros. I'd argue you won't even find any Moldovans. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that your visit is mutually beneficial. You live like a king, and the Moldovan economy gets a small boost. A boost that will be quite helpful during these transitional times, as Moldova just had elections, with the pro-Western candidate winning for a second term. Despite the efforts of Russian spies who bribed about 100,000 people, the diaspora of Moldova tipped the scale to her favor. Now Moldova can start its road towards EU integration. Through my careful calculations, I have come to the conclusion that Moldova will join the EU in 57 years and 5 days. Definitely earlier than Turkey. Fun fact, one of these Russian spies that offered bribes to Moldovans during the elections was this guy. He is quite an infamous politician because he and a couple of other accomplices, including the former Prime Minister of Moldova, basically stole $1 billion from the country through a coordinated method of the three major banks of Moldova, at the time 12% of the country's GDP. Damn. Oh, by the way, this guy is Jewish. I don't make these stereotypes, guys. As you may have noticed, Russia is quite involved in Moldovan affairs. Perhaps the most well-known case of this involvement is the breakaway state of Transnistria, a jiggly line that pretends to still be in the Soviet Union. How did this happen? Cum, as you would say in Romania. Going a few decades back again, after the end of World War II, big man Stalin commenced in a little bit of ethnic cleansing, kicking the Romanian-speaking population out and replacing them with other ethnicities, such as Russians, Ukrainians and whatnot, mostly in this area, across the Dniester River, thus the name Transnistria. In the 90s, when Moldova became independent, Transnistria did not want to be part of them. A war commenced, Russia got involved, yada yada yada, now we have a jiggly line of Soviet LARPers. A strip of land stitched to Moldova by the USSR just for shits and giggles, recognized by nobody, not even Russia. I mean, are you really a great country when you have no territorial disputes? I don't think so. Okay, enough with this political bullshit. Let's go on a little road trip. Ooh, beautiful landscapes. The world's biggest wine cellar, the Arc de Triomphe, ordered from Temu, a Chernobyl-themed amusement park, fortresses by the river, very cool monasteries, literally Silent Hill 4 buildings. What more do you want? A bit of coastline would be nice. Ah, Ukraine! They pulled the Croatia. So you mean to tell me this is the only port in the entire country? The only access to the sea through a polluted river?
Yes.
Before sleeping, some people like to listen to a bit of music. Thankfully, Moldova has great music. You know who I'm talking about? Epic Sex Guy. Oh, Sax Guy. Yeah, remember this guy from Eurovision? Oh, and remember the Numa, the fat guy dancing? Yeah, that's Moldovan as well. Shit, I'm fucking old, man. You know, I found that it's actually quite hard defending what's considered by many the worst country in Europe. But I have to add, the allegations are a bit far-fetched. Moldova is not even that bad. People think this country is basically the Central African Republic slapped on top of Eastern Europe. Yes, maybe the quality of life isn't as good as it was back in the commie days, but it's definitely better than the other commie days. Moldova may truly be not very good at anything. In the context of this video, and this video alone, Moldova, best country number 1 in Europe, the best among the rest, Moldova sues all. Except the Balkans.